Hey guys, how you doing? What I'm going to be doing here today is how I clean my RCs. I can walk you through how I do it. They don't need to be cleaned because I've already done that. But I can certainly explain exactly how I go through and do both of my cars. There's a couple different ways I do it, but I'll show you the basic way. It doesn't hurt anything. I've been doing it like that for a while. Anyway, what I normally do is get the wheels off, get them up here on a stand or the tires, whatever. Anyway, take your radio tray out, put that off to the side, and then take your air cleaner off as well. So make sure all your electronics and air filters off, and then you take your protective caps here. These usually come with new motors. Put that over your carburetor. Keep any water out of it, because I do use the water. And then what I have here is another cap. These usually come, can be a fuel bottle cap, or this is actually a glow plug igniter cap. Put that right over your stinger. And then after your stuff's off of it, the good old simple green is what I use. And then you're just gonna spray it down liberally all over the car. Pay attention to spots where it's really caked on there, the dirt and the oil and all that from the exhaust, or if you're running electric, all the dirt, doesn't matter. Spray it down, and then let it sit for a few seconds, 30 seconds or so, and then take it and just hose it off with the hose or in the sink, whatever you want to do. Just rinse it off real good, and then if you need to do it a second time and you see some spots you might have missed, you can do that. Use a toothbrush maybe in some other spots that are tough to get to or whatever. Scrub it down real good, maybe the threads on your shocks and any areas where it just didn't come off. Use hot water if you can. And then what you do from there after you're done rinsing it is immediately spray it off with compressed air. Get it dry, and then don't even let it sit to dry. As soon as you're done getting it dry enough with this compressed air, what I like to do is I use this silicone spray. This is liquid wrench stuff. Is actually really good. What I do is you spray the bearing areas and maybe a light coating, over the plastics and all that. The silicone kind of conditions the plastic a little bit. And this stuff is cool because it foams up on contact, so you know it's working. Just get the bearing areas real good, and then after that, maybe hit it again with the compressed air, blow it off. And then this stuff kind of stinks, so I wouldn't recommend bringing it in the house right away. Maybe hang it up outside in the garage or whatever. Let it sit for this stuff, because it does kind of soak in and evaporate a little bit. And it leaves a good protective coating too, because at the track, if you're going to be cleaning, brushing your buggy off or truggy, whatever it is, the dirt just kind of falls off of it. And I try to stay on top of that between every practice run and qualifying run and right before the mains. I just like to brush it off, keep it kind of clean. Excuse me. And then yeah, that's it. The other way, I will do it this way sometimes too, just depending on how much time I have or how dirty the vehicle is. I will section it off, like take the front section off, the middle section, the center differential, and then the rear. And then that'll give you a better, you can hold it in your hand, you can probably scrub it down a little bit better. At the end of the season, normally what I do is take the bearings out, really tear it down good and replace any bearings that need to be replaced. You can clean them. I've cleaned them in the past, but I notice when you clean them, because they're caked with dirt and the steel bearings get wore out, the bearings get a little bit loose, so I don't really like to clean them. I just like to replace them as they need it. That's why I don't worry too much about it when I'm spraying it off, because if a bearing goes, I'm not gonna clean it. I'm just gonna replace it. So yeah, that's about what I do there. Same thing goes with the buggy. I do both of them obviously the same way. But yeah, at the end of the season, I usually give it a real thorough cleaning and then hang it up. I also do take my engine out, and I will take the engine apart, get the piston out, back plate, everything, and then get all the remaining fuel out of there, because that stuff is hygroscopic, meaning that it soaks moisture up and it will rust to parts. So I'll just spray that out with nitro spray, or you can use make sure it's non-chlorinated brake clean. That stuff, I buy this stuff by the case. That stuff works really good to do that for engine cleaning, or even, you know, you can kind of, I wouldn't soak the servos down, but you can spray that off just to get the gunk off of there. Sometimes, honest to God, I do a real light, super light mist of Simple Green on the radio tray, and just take a rag and kind of wipe it down. And then I will put this stuff on a rag and wipe it down, just so it looks, you know, matches the buggy for being clean. I mean, you can see a little bit that it's a little dirtier, because obviously you don't want to screw up your electronics by getting moisture in there. This stuff shouldn't hurt any of the electronics, but I still wouldn't soak it down with it. You know, this stuff here too as well. You could probably use contact cleaner, but this stuff here, just be careful. You know, you don't want to soak your electronics. Try to stay away from doing that. Outside of that, that's about it, guys. You know, just if you like to keep them clean, a lot of people don't. They don't clean them off. I just do. I always have, like, my cars looking, you know, clean and nice. Clean buggy's a happy buggy, right? So that's about it, guys. Hopefully this will help you out. If you got any questions, just comment, and be sure and subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. I should be doing another video today on something. I'll try to think of something. I got the day off. I'm kind of bored, so have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.